Welcome to my YouTube channel, Tech with Kazim. Today we'll look at how you can host your website in the cloud using Microsoft Azure. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Now let's proceed. So, hosting your website on the cloud, we have a lot of cloud hosting providers that you can actually host a website. We have AWS, Microsoft Azure, Alibaba, Google Cloud, Oracle, IBM, and a whole lot of others. But today we'll be looking at how to host our static website, your HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and image files on Microsoft Azure. So let's begin. So the first thing you need an account. You need an account for this. So I'm going to show you guys. So these are so this is a web page for the Microsoft Azure. It allows you to build in the cloud with an Azure free account. So so when you exhaust the free account, then you can now start to be on the pay as you go plan, and that's one key benefit of all cloud hosting. They give you you pay for only what you use, so you don't pay for what you don't use. That's one price model that makes cloud. And also hosting on the cloud, it takes the bottleneck of you managing other resources from you. Everything actually resides in the cloud, so you don't need to worry about security. The cloud hosting provider takes care of that. You don't need to worry about um, backups. You don't need to worry about security. You don't need to worry about backups, and you don't need to worry about maintenance of the server. So everything is on the cloud and very flexible, if you ask me. So for Microsoft Azure, the allow you popular services to be free for up to 12 months. After that, then you start on the pay as you go. So to actually follow on to this tutorial, you can actually open a free account. You click on a free, but I already have an account, so you go to portal.azure.com. So I've already logged in, so I have to connect to the internet. Sorry. So I'm already logged in. So once I query the portal.azure.com, yeah, so it's loading now. So I'm already connected to I've already opened an account with the Azure portal. So you can actually build a static website using the PowerShell, or you use the CLI, or you can use the Azure portal. So for this tutorial, we'll be hosting our web page on the Azure portal. So the first thing you need to do is sign in. So I'm already signed in here. So once you sign in on the Azure portal, then you need to locate your storage account. So when you locate your storage account, then you select it to display the account overview pane. So you're going to say storage account here. So I'm going to select the storage account. So here I have the account overview pane. Then the next thing in the overview pane, then you select capabilities. So from the capabilities, you'll be able to from the capabilities, that's where you'll be able to select static website. So because I'm already logged on to a particular source, so I'm going to go back to home, where you can actually see everything there. Or yeah, so I'm going to click on create new resource. So I'm going to create a new resource first, because if you just open this account for the first time, you need to create a new resource. So I want to walk you through that. So then you scroll down, you can scroll down there, the new resource page. So here I'm going to select storage. So I'm going to select storage account. So once I select storage account here, okay, yeah, so I'll be able to create a storage account here. So I already created a resource group called this. The subscription is Azure subscription 1. So you can, for your own case, this place will be blank, so you can just create a resource group, give it a name, click on create name and create new. Then here I will name this the account name. So let me name it. So if you check this, you will see that the name must be unique across all of the storage accounts. It means I am not supposed to use a storage account name that I've used previously, and it should be between 3 to 24 characters long. So I'm going to, so let's call this, let me call it first cloud, first cloud hosting. So let's just call it first cloud hosting. Yeah, so you can want to lowercase letters. So I want to change these something like this. So yeah, I think it's fine. So the region, now you can select the region. You know, cloud hosting, they have a lot of the servers in multiple regions. Like for Azure, you can see they have in the South Central US, East US, Central US, America. They have in Middle East, Western Europe. Um, they have in Europe and Asia, and they have in South Africa. So I'm going to choose South Africa. So leave the default performance to be standard. Then after that, you can the redundancy. The redundancy is actually if the data in your storage account is always replicated to ensure durability and so you can just leave it as dual redundant storage. So the next thing now you can actually check the neon, leave this as default. Okay, you can leave this as well as default, enable version of blobs. So for now you can just leave this, you can just select leave it as default, then you go to the create new. So before you create a new, you'll see the overview of what you created. The subscription is the Azure subscription 1, and the resource group is Cast Brains, the location is South Africa North, and the storage account name is First Cloud Hosting. Deployment model is a resource manager. The performance is standard. Application is read access dual storage. So and we didn't change anything in advance, so we'll just go ahead and create this storage account. So once it's done, you see the status at the top right hand corner here. So yeah, so deployment in progress. You can see it's still in trying to create a resource for us. Once it's done, we'll have the status of hidden. Okay, you can actually see it here as well. The deployment is in progress, trying to deploy our storage account for us to be able to use. Yeah. So in a few seconds now, it should be done now. And the name of the resource that we're going to be using for our storage account is First Cloud Hosting. As you will see that I've created other storage account there, so you need to actually note the one. All right, so it's done now. If you look at the top right hand corner, you see the deployment is succeeded. So we have the resource created and we're ready to use that resource now. So now we need to now click on okay, so I can, this is the overview pane of it. So the next thing now we need to, let me go back to the home page and show you guys something. So once you can see it listed here now. I have the First Cloud Hosting here. So let's click it, and now this is the overview pane of the storage account we just created. As you can see, all the essential details, the properties, and every other thing. So what you need to do now is to click on the capabilities tab here. So if you look here, you'll see the capabilities tab. So once you click on it, you have these options: the static websites, the data protection, lifecycle management, the security, custom domain, Azure CDN, private endpoint. So what you want to click is the static website. So now, because you need to go and enable the static website. So enable static website just allow us to now host static content. So if you don't enable it, you won't be able to do that. So and web pages, the web page may actually include static content and client-side scripts. Server-side scripting is not supported actually, as data is replicated, as you can see from the information there. So it's just for static web page. This tutorial is for static web page. So server-side scripting is not supported here. So we're going to enable it. Once you enable it, now here you need to Once you enable it, now in the index document field name, you need to specify a default index page. Usually, according to standard, your default index page should be index.html. But if you give it another name, you can specify it. But since the file I want to upload, I already have it as the index.html. That's what I'm going to use. So now okay, instead of using this, if you look at the documentation for the um, Azure services. So if you don't want to host static content, instead maybe you want to use the apps. So um, they have a documentation for that as well. And in other video, I'll be doing a short video on how to host on the Azure apps. So that one is the Azure apps that allow you, Azure App Service allow you to host not only the static content but allow server-side scripting. So for now, let's load the index document name is index.html. Now you need to have an error file which will be 404.html. So in case there's an error with any page opening, so this is the page that will be served. So you can just call it 404.html. Actually, I've not created this 404.html page. I will just create it right away before I upload it. So, and that's what we need for that. So once you're done with that, then you have to, if you look at the top, you will see save there. Then you click on save. So once you click on save, yeah, successfully updated static website, so it is saved now. Now once it's saved, you can see the primary endpoint here. So this is the URL that you query. The primary endpoint is the URL that you query to actually open the files that the static website that you've uploaded. So once you're done and you receive the confirmation message, then the next thing to do is now to upload the file. Now to upload the file, we have to navigate to the storage account containing our static web page. So if you look at the left tab, the left view here, so we're going to scroll down to where we have containers. So it's from the containers. So once you click on the container, you have the $web. So you click on the $web to actually open it. So once you open it, you have the tab for the overview pane for the $web there. So that's where we'll select the upload blob pane. So we'll select the upload blob pane. So we have the upload blob here. So it's from here we'll select the file. But before I select the file, let me show you the folder I want to upload. So the files I want to upload are in this practice. Yeah. So I want to upload this too, but I want to add a folder here that will be called actually for the 404, for the error 404.html. So I'll just quickly create something for that. So name it 404.html. So it's an HTML file. So really I just want to have just error. So not really. So just for demonstration, I just want to have error here. Alright, so that's the page now. Alright, so I have this, so I'm going to be uploading these three things. Now going back to the Azure portal, so here you click here to select the file actually. So I want to upload the first file here. I'm going to is in desktop practice. So I have, the index open. So once you select it, you can, if you have a file named index.html in that account previously and you want to overwrite, so you can just check this box that you should overwrite if files already exist. Then I want to upload here. Now it's uploaded, you'll see it listed here and you can also see it succeeded here. So the next thing I want to upload the 404.html. upload. Then I have a folder there that I want to upload as well. So if because I and because it's going to affect, except the linking, the part that I've created there. So if you don't if you don't want to upload the folder and you just want to upload the document, it means you have to edit the part that you specified in your HTML document, or you can just upload to folder here. So I can just name the folder. So it means it will create a folder for me. This folder that I have vendors. So I have the vendors. So I'll just call it vendors here. Vendors. So what I want to upload, I'm going to select what I want to upload to vendors. So I'll click it here. So I want to upload another folder in vendors. So but the way it is now, you can just select, because if I open the CSS file, I can just call it CSS and upload it. So you can just call it CSS and upload that here. Yes. So currently we have these two. So I'm going to re-edit a part in the index.html. So let me just call this one CSS. So CSS really. Then I have it this way. So I'm uploading styles in the CSS. The styles.css in the CSS folder. So I'm going to click on upload here. Now you can see that I have the folder as well. So if you open the folder, you have the styles there. But I have to so if I click on the index.html, if you click on the index.html, I have its overview this way. You can actually do a lot here. You can actually delete it from here, or you edit. So let's just edit it, and so you'll see is in HTML. You can select the language that you want to edit it in. So I just want to alter this because I'm not using a vendors file, I'm just using CSS. So it does it for me. So I'm going to just save, and that is done. So once it's saved, I can just close this overview pane. So I have all what I need really. So I have the folder there, and I have the documents there. So once you're done uploading the file, and in the upload file blob, so if you intend the browser to display the content of file, make sure that the content type of that file is set to text.html, which we've already selected by default. And to verify the select, you need to select the name of the blob you uploaded in the previous step to open its overview tab. So the next thing is just to find the website URL, and I told you that we get the website URL from the primary end point. That's where you see that. So the next thing, I just go to the browser, the primary endpoint that you copied earlier, then you type it. Okay, now this is what I have there. Wow, the site is uploaded. So let me show you how it is really. So this is the, if you remember, this is the document where I'm uploading from. If I open it, this way, you see this is what I have. Same thing as what I've hosted here. Same here. Can you see? So I finally hosted a static web page, and so that's just it about hosting static web page on it. So it is now live, meaning if you query this web address. Now this, because it's a free account, you're given this URL free name. You can actually, if you don't want to use, if you want to use your own custom domain name, maybe you purchase a domain name from a vendor or from the Azure portal itself. You can actually link that domain name here. So I'll be coming up with a video on how to do that, and I'll come up on the video on the Azure apps services that you can use to not only host static website but other functional website also that have server-side scripting. So thank you for watching this tutorial to the end. See you